Presidential candidate Hillary Clinton has survived her share of scandals, but facing an upcoming date with Congress to testify about her private email server, some are wondering if this one might be her undoing. Tonight, with her poll numbers still sinking, Clinton gets candid in an exclusive interview with ABC World News Tonight anchor David Muir.
Secretary Clinton, thank you.
Thank you, David.
And when voters were asked, what is the first word that comes to mind when you think of Hillary Clinton? Words like liar, dishonest, untrustworthy were at the top of the list. Does this tell you that your original explanation about the private server, that you did it to carry one phone out of convenience, that this didn't sit well with the American people?
Well, David, obviously, I don't like hearing that. I am confident by the end of this campaign, people will know they can trust me and that I will be on their side and will fight for them and their families. But I do think I could have and should have done a better job answering questions earlier. As I look back at it now, even though it was allowed, I should have used two accounts, one for personal, one for work-related emails. That was a mistake. I'm sorry about that. I take responsibility. And I'm trying to be as transparent as I possibly can. I am looking forward, finally, to testifying before Congress, something I've been asking for nearly a year.
And so as you sit here, millions watching tonight, did you make a mistake?
I did. I did. As I said, it was allowed, and there was no hiding it. It was totally above board. Everybody in the government I communicated with, and that was a lot of people, knew I was using a personal email. But I'm sorry that it has raised all of these questions. I do take responsibility for having made what is clearly not the best decision.
The Intelligence Community's Inspector General telling ABC today that after reviewing those emails, that two of them carry the classification of top secret, that both emails were classified when they were created and remain classified now. One was about drones, one was about North Korea's nuclear program. And I'm curious, does this mean classified information passed through your private server?
Well, there is still, as you know, a dispute. The State Department disputes that. I understand why different agencies have different views, and I respect that. It does not change the fact that I did not send or receive any information that was marked classified at the time.
At the time, yes. Marked classified. But let me ask you, for the rest of us, the average voter and average viewer out there who might wonder, how can some of these emails be classified and labeled as top secret today? What changed in them so significantly that you wouldn't have seen red flags even just a couple of years ago as Secretary of State, that you of all people would have known? Yeah,
that's a very fair question, and I think there are a couple of answers. One, sometimes events do proceed in a way that maybe there's a case being brought against somebody, maybe even a terrorist, and all of a sudden everything is classified.
But so, North Korea's nuclear program, wouldn't that be classified?
There's a lot of public information about their nuclear program. I don't know the specifics about the one that they are claiming is classified.
She makes it clear this is not a criminal investigation. We then ask her about the other news of the day, Joe Biden. Voters chanting this weekend, "Run, Joe, run."
You were once on the same team inside the White House. You would often have breakfast with the vice president. Would he make a good president?
Well, I like Joe Biden a lot, and I think he is a great vice president. If he gets into this election, there'll be lots of time to talk about, what he wants to do.
Would he make a good president?
Well, I think he could be a good president. There's no doubt about that.
She says he deserves to test the waters. And then another candidate,
Donald Trump. I want to read you something Jeb Bush's son recently tweeted. "Can't wait for this summer reality TV show to be over."
That's cute.
But is it a reality show, or are we witnessing something real here?
Well, that's going to be up to the Republicans in the Republican primaries to determine. I'm always a little amused when people get into politics and they think that all you have to do is give speeches, and the more colorful you are, the more dramatic, the more vehement you are, that's leadership.
Do you think Donald Trump is just a leader of rhetoric and speeches?
Well, he won't tell you how he would do anything.
I want to know, in your most private of moments, is there ever an instance when you ask yourself, why am I doing this again?
Yes, of course, because it really is hard, and it's something that just demands everything physically, emotionally, spiritually. It is just 24/7. I cherish and love this country. It gave me, opportunities far beyond anything my mother or my father could have had.
Is your mother's voice in your ear? And if so,
Yeah.
give me one line that you repeat to yourself.
As you probably know, my mother had a terrible childhood. She was abandoned by her parents. She was rejected by her grandparents. She was literally working as a housemaid at the age of 14. And she told me every day, you've got to get up and fight for what you believe in, no matter how hard it is. And I think about her a lot. I miss her a lot. I wish she were here with me. And I remember that. And I don't want to just fight for me. I can have a perfectly fine life not being president. I'm going to fight for all the people like my mother who need somebody in their corner. And they need a leader who cares about them again. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
I'm David Muir for Nightline in New York.